Hi viewers, in this video I'm going to explain the ray diagrams for the convex lens. So in the previous video you might have observed for the mirrors. Now in this video I'm going to explain how to draw the ray diagrams for the lens. So particularly I have chosen convex lens. Okay, anyway, first we'll go through some introduction. So we have the different types of lenses. So lens converging and lens diverging, same as of mirror, converging mirror and diverging mirror. So diverging rays in the mirror and the converging rays in the mirror. Same way here, but opposite now. Lens converging and lens diverging. So lens converging we have biconvex, plano-convex, concavo-convex, and lens diverging we have biconcave, plano-concave, convexo-concave. So totally we have 6 types of lens. So in this one, biconvex lens, where it is used and how to draw the ray diagrams for this one, I'll explain in this video. Then see, each curved surface of a lens is part of a sphere. So each curved surface is a part of a sphere. Why? Because these are all the spherical lens. So same as spherical mirror, so these are the spherical lens. So curved shape is a part of a sphere. Then here for lens, two curved surfaces. In the mirror we have only one curved surfaces. Now here two curved surfaces. So that's why two center of curvatures. Same way, if two center of curvatures means we will be having two radii of curvature. That means R1 and R2. Accordingly, we have radii of curvature R1 and R2. And see, the line joining the points C1 and C2 is called principal axis. You might have aware of the principal axis in the mirrors. So same principal axis, whatever on the line we draw, the object and the image we place, that is nothing but principal axis, which meets center of curvatures and the focal points. Okay. The midpoint of a thin lens is called optic center of lens. There we use the word pole. Now we use this one as optic center of lens. That means the exactly center of the thin lens, like this. So whatever the center we have, to use that one to draw. So this will be the optic center for every lens. Yeah. The point of convergence, or the point from which rays seem to emanate, is called focal point or focus. So where the rays converge or it may diverge, that point, nothing but focal point, or we say that one as focus. Okay, the distance between the focal point and the optic center is called focal length of lens. So anyway, I'll explain through the diagram. See, representation of biconvex and biconcave lens in shorter way. Easy to draw ray diagrams. So this will help you to draw easily the ray diagrams of the object and the image formation at different positions of the object placed on the principal axis. Okay, so this is the biconvex lens. So for this one, we have the arrow mark outwards. We know convex means curved outwards. So simply we can remember arrow will be outside. And biconvex lens, so biconvex lens curved inwards, so arrow mark will be inwards. So in this way, this is the representation. Okay, we'll go to the terminology. So what will be the terminology according to this one? See, observe. So this line is nothing but principal axis. We might aware of this one. So this is the principal axis, and this one is the lens. So this, which type of lens? This one, biconvex lens. So biconvex lens, for biconvex lens I am taking the example. I said center of the lens is nothing but optic center, represented with capital P, and this is F1 C1, that means the focal point and center of curvature on one side, and the second side focal point and the center of curvature on the second side. Okay, so if this is the object placed beyond C, so beyond C, see, this is the height of the object. If this is the object means this is length is nothing but object height, and distance measured from optic center to the object is nothing but object distance, And the same way image, this is the image, so image size is hi represented with hi, this one is ho. So distance measured from optic center to the image is nothing but image distance. Okay, so now we will start doing the diagrams. Okay viewers, now drawing the ray diagrams for the convex lens, sorry. So this is the lens representation, I already explained. So first position, when the object is placed at infinity position. So when it is placed at the infinity position, how to draw ray diagrams? See, suppose it is placed at the infinity position, so I am taking 2 centimeters as object size and displays at the infinity position. So we need to draw the horizontal line from the top and bottom of the object towards the lens. So this is optic center. In the same way, horizontal line from top of the object towards the lens. So these are the incident rays which are parallel to the principal axis. So this is principal axis. So the rays are parallel to principal axis, and as soon as the rays meeting the lens, this will be converge towards focal length. Why? Because converging lens, convex means converging lens, so these will be converged. So in this way, so where the object is for image is found means at focus. So at focal point object is found, this is the object. At focal point image is formed. We can't determine the nature of this one. Why? Because this is a point size. So point size image, and where it is obtained means we'll write the nature. It is obtained at focal point. That means position of the image is at focal point, and it is point sized image. Point sized image. You cannot determine whether it is erect or inverted, so that's why this is point size image. Then now coming to the second position, beyond C. When the object is placed beyond C, what will be the image formation will draw now. So now beyond C, I am taking 1 centimeter length, using measurements which can helps you to give a perfect diagram at a perfect position. So this one is object. Now object placed beyond C. So what we do means, first we need to draw the horizontal line onto the lens. This is incident ray, this is optic center. So now this one should converge at focus like this. And the second one, from the same top, passing through the optic center, we need to draw one line, horizontal line, that means passing through optic center. This is also incident ray. So now where it meets, there we get the image. So first incident ray and second incident ray meets here, so this is the image formation. This is the image formation between F and C. So this is object and this is image. So image formation, I'll write where it is image formed at, between, you can observe F and C. So between F1 and C1, what is this type? This one is real image. Why? Because it is appearing beyond the lens, so real image. Then it is inverted, you cannot observe inverted, this one. and looking at the size, this we can say this is 1 centimeter, this is less than 1 centimeter, so that is diminished, size is diminished. Okay, now third position will draw. That means on C, when the object is placed on C, how it will be. See, 1 centimeter, same 1 centimeter, I am following 1 centimeter height size of the object. So this is object, optic center, same procedure, draw the horizontal line onto the lens, incident rays, then this one will be converged at focus, extend this one, okay. Next, same thing from optic center, it should meet optic center, then extend this one like this way, extend. So where it meets means at the center of curvature. That means when the object is placed on center of curvature means image will be formed at center of curvature. So on C object, so image will be also on C. So on C1, when the object is placed on C2, so this one is on C1, this one is real image, so this is image, real image, inverted or erect, so inverted, and if you observe the size, this will be also same of 1 centimeter length, so you can observe 1 centimeter, this one also 1 centimeter. That means I can say it is not diminished, say same size. I hope you understood third position. Now we'll go to the fourth position. Now fourth position, between C and F. So between C and F, exactly middle I will take 1 centimeter, again 1 centimeter, object, same, we need to draw the horizontal line onto the lens, then converge it, same procedure. Now again from the same position, passing through optic center, try to extend this line like this way. So this is the principal axis. So where it meets, there the image formation. You can clearly observe that this is image is formed beyond C. So after the C we got. So this is image. What will be the nature? Where it formed image is beyond C1. So beyond C1, and we can say this is again real image and inverted. This is reverse of this one, so inverted, and if you observe the size, this is greater than 1, so nearly 1.5, this is 1, so this is magnified, or we can say it is enlarged. So size is enlarged. Okay, now fifth position, where means, so between C and F completed. Now on F, if we place the object, where the image will form, we'll see. So on F I am taking 1 centimeter object size, then first same thing, and to draw the horizontal line onto the lens, incidence, these are also incidence line, then converge it at the focus, now from the same top, passing through the optic center, draw the line. So these rays, if you see, these are the parallel rays, so we can't determine the image formation. So we say image at infinity, image at infinity. So if it is infinity position, we cannot decide the size and the nature. So image formation is at infinity. So we cannot decide size, cannot decide its nature. Now last sixth position, that means between F and P, that means optic center, F and optic center, where the image will form, we'll see now. So exactly between I'm taking, same again 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter height, object, so optic center again, this one, passing through this one, draw the horizontal line, then extend this one, converging like this. Now this one from the optic center, same, this is the incident rays. So what we do means we will extend this one backwards, that means like reflection, we draw this one with the dotted lines like this. Now here this ray also will extend this with the dotted lines. Where these two meets, there we get the image formation. So here beyond F we got image formation. So this is image, this one is object. You can see the size is enlarged and the image formed is on the same side. So we say this one is virtual image. Okay, where this one is formed? So beyond F2, same side, so that's why it is virtual. So virtual image, so this position is virtual image and this one is erect. In all the cases we have got inverted, now this one is erect. Why? Because this is the same straight line and this one is magnified, that means enlarged. So I hope you understood. These all the ray diagrams of the convex lens. I say this biconvex lens, since we are getting the virtual image, that means in front of the mirror only, in front of the lens only we'll got. So this one is used in microscopes. So this helps the structure of the microscopes. Why? Because we are getting the virtual images for the biconvex lens. I hope you understood, viewers. Thank you. If you like the video, just like it, share, and please do subscribe. Thank you.